Hello again and welcome back to another one, and today we have an update on the Eminem home invasion fiasco and more. And as we dive in, if you enjoy content like this and you're yet to subscribe, do us the honor, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So we'll start with the latest on the update on the story straight out of Eminem's MMLP2 album, as Matthew came for Eminem in real life. And as the last report suggested, Eminem stated that Matthew had the drop on him to do harm, but as an Eminem representative pointed out, that CQC came in handy, as Eminem was able to detain Matthew himself before the police arrived, and according to an exclusive report from The Sun, Eminem will have to testify. Matthew Hughes' attorney, Richard Glander, told The Sun, "It would have to testify, yes. If the case ultimately goes to trial, he'll have to appear at trial, otherwise the case will be dismissed." But he did not appear at the district court for the preliminary exam. This is because, according to Eminem, Matthew stated that he was there to kill him, and Hughes' attorney had this to add. Basically, he's never admitted that he said that he was gonna kill him. This is what the officer said that he told him. "My client never made a statement, he never said that. Marshall said, 'Why are you here?' or something to that effect, and my client didn't have any type of weapon on him." So it's gonna be Marshall's word versus Hughes', and according to the report, this is quite serious because home invasion first degree is a 20-year felony. Of course, some fans have reacted to this, one user states, based on Eminem's propensity to stay home. "I feel like M might rather drop the case than testify in court, but some believe the COVID may be a good excuse for him. It might be able to submit a video testimony, especially with COVID going on, but I think he's paranoid enough that he'd want Matthew locked up, enough to show up if need be, my opinion anyway." So if you comment on this for later as we head to the next point. Eminem's Darkness music video recently hit the 50 million views milestone on this platform, and this has sparked a conversation about how underrated and underappreciated the song truly is. And there's a reason for this, which I'll get to in a bit. One user states, "I will never forgive you guys for sleeping on Eminem's Darkness, except that it is one of the best rap records this year and a lyrical masterpiece." A bit much, but I get what this user is saying, and following a popular post on this milestone, many replies are along these lines. "I personally think it is more than just underrated, that's simply a masterpiece." Another one, "It is clear the writing and execution of the sound are exceptional." But there's two major reasons on why it remains quite low on this platform. Roughly 8 to 10 hours after it released, after amassing over 8 million views in that time, it went from the #1 trending video in countries like the United Kingdom and fell out the trending list and was nowhere to be found moments later. The common report is that it earned 10 to 12 million views in 24 hours, but the majority of those views came in less than 8 hours until it was buried. After that, users had to search for the video manually to find it. It was no longer in recommendations or auto-generated playlists, and this is the main reason on why it is at 50 million right now. Furthermore, the message was viewed by some as Eminem advocating to take away the rights to own arms in the United States, which Eminem has clarified in the interview with Crook. Next up today is about rapper Jack Harlow, who scored his first chart hit in 2020 with What's Poppin' that peaked at #2 on the Hot 100. And in a recent Q&A session on Instagram, he dropped his top 5 list of rappers and squeezes Eminem and Kanye West into the list. A user reacts to this stating, "My man said quote-unquote or Eminem, like we're talking about 6ix9ine or some-ish." And you might be thinking, this doesn't matter since this rapper is far from a vet at this point, which is true. But there's another way to look at this in the grand scheme of things, thanks to science.
So you do have a plan? Yeah, Mr. White! Yes, science!
In an article by his villain on Medium, the author uses data like this to compile the top 5 greatest rappers of all time, although based on the methodology, Jack Harlow will first have to drop a studio album to qualify as a professional. The methodology is quite solid to keep data consistent, handling generational bias, excluding self-nominations, and more. And based on this study, Eminem is indeed the #1 rapper of all time, based on data from professionals in the industry, that is, other rappers ranking Eminem. And it's quite fascinating how well thought out this study was by the author, and I recommend that you check it out. And on Jack Harlow's list, some are quite edgy about it. No shots at Jack Harlow, but his list of Jay, Drake, Andre, Wayne and Kanye / Eminem tied for 5th is literally the most boring top 5 imaginable. To call this list impressive is insane. It's just the 6 most famous rappers alive, but according to the study, apart from Drake, the rappers Jack Harlow listed are all in the top 20, so that will be all for today. Leave your thoughts below, like and subscribe if you haven't, and see you on the next one.